Elections affect almost every aspect of your daily life, so it's important to know who your candidates are and the changes they might want to implement in your community.
In an effort to encourage students to exercise their right to vote and shed some light on the ongoing voter suppression case against Waller County, Prairie View A&M University hosts the Voting in the Midst of a Pandemic event. Across Texas, but especially in small towns like Waller County, these are some of the highest early voting numbers they've seen in years.
This year, it's been 4 or 5 times more people voting than there have in the past.
Ben says that people were lined up around the building waiting for nearly an hour to cast their ballots.
I'm really proud of Waller County, no matter how they voted.
He believes that the final days of early voting leading up to Election Day could be the largest voter turnout this county has seen since 2008.
Those 2 days, we're going to see another push, big push at the polls. And then the day of the election, I think, is just going to be overwhelming.
Poll worker Kimberly Johnson told us that out of all the voting locations in Waller County, this location in particular had almost 500 ballots casted the first day of early voting.
It was full. I think we had here alone 497. Yeah.
Shuttles taking students to and from the polls, like this one from Prairie View's main campus, are helping college voters in casting their ballots during the early voting period. This week alone, the Waller County Community Center has seen an increase in Prairie View student voters. There are a total of 4 candidates running in Districts 3 and 4 for seats in City Council. Going after the District 3 seat for Bryan City Council are candidates Bobby Gutierrez and Jonah Stryber. Gutierrez served on the board of directors for Bryan College Station Chamber of Commerce. He is committed to public safety, private sector job creation, and improving the quality of life for Bryan residents. Jonah Stryber currently works for the U.S. Census Bureau, making sure that each person in Brazos is accounted for and equally represented. She plans to help the county get better funding and bring more living wage jobs to the city of Bryan. Going after the District 4 seat are candidates Flynn Adcock and Doris Mashinsky. Adcock is the current chairman of the Bryan, Texas Utilities Board and has served the city of Bryan for nearly 20 years. He plans to improve the quality of neighborhoods and local parks while expanding businesses in the city of Bryan. Mashinsky has served the Brazos community for many years through her work with local programs such as the Church Food Pantry in Bryan and Voices of Children. She plans to help Bryan businesses recover from the pandemic and ensure public safety for Brazos County residents. Right on the front steps of the Waller County Courthouse. Texas Comptroller Glenn Hager was in attendance, and he says that the freedom we have today is because of what veterans have done for this country.
Without the sacrifices of men and women that have served in our military forces, we would not have the freedoms, the liberties, and the opportunities that we do in the great state of Texas. We're the greatest country.
Judge Trey Duhan honored Waller County World War II vets Luther Francis and Travis Winfrey at today's memorial service by sharing stories of their time in service.
He served in the United States Army during World War II on the mainland and in the European theater. His job was to carry the wounded to safety, and there was no safety on the beach that day.
Keynote speaker, retired Lieutenant General Paul Funk, had a few words to share with the crowd about what it means to honor your country through service and unite as one.
Service to the country is done mainly by people like the ones you're honoring today. Please don't forget what makes the country great. And we ought to all kind of pull together once in a while.
At the end of the ceremony, Waller County residents joined elected officials at the front of the memorial to take part in a ceremonious ribbon cutting. Reporting in the city of Hempstead, I'm Tatiana Battle. Dr. Melissa Harris Perry discussed the voter suppression that Prairie View A&M University students have suffered from for years in Waller County. Jayla Allen, a plaintiff in the civil action case against Waller County, says she's holding them accountable.
The NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund found out what we were doing, found out what was going on. And once again, the suppression of Prairie View A&M University students and their votes. And so they took out a lawsuit, and I was asked to join as a plaintiff, and I didn't think twice about it.
I spoke with Waller County's Judge Duhan, and he says they feel confident in their efforts of getting Prairie View students better voting rights.
Deputy Director of Litigation for the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, Ms. Leah Aiden, told us about her role in the Allen versus Waller County case.
One might see across the nation, but has in fact been targeted at one particular community. So I have the honor of representing students in an individual group in a lawsuit that challenges disparities in access to early voting.
Prairie View students currently have no access to voting on their college campus. The closest accessible polling site for students is off campus at the Waller County Community Center. Statements given by Judge Duhan let us know that there is hope for Prairie View A&M University students to have better voting rights than they had in the past. Reporting in the city of Prairie View, I'm Tatiana Battle. After speaking to multiple volunteers, it's safe to say that a lot of the residents are coming out closer to Election Day, but majority of them have voted early. Reporting in the city of Waller, Texas, I'm Tatiana Battle.